Shaken, not stirred.
And welcome to the Chaunty Show, the cooking edition. We haven't done one of these in a while, have we? So it's great to have you back because today we're baking some chicken, and I'm going to preset the oven right now actually to 350 degrees. And so I'm really excited about what we're going to be making and how we're going to be making the chicken, because we're going to be doing it on a budget and with some really interesting ingredients that you may never have thought would be really good on chicken to marinate it with and to bake it in. So baking is also very healthy because it gets all the nasty, it removes the need for oil basically, the way that I do it. So it's not like pan frying it where you have to add oil. I mean, oil is good for you, especially when you use extra virgin olive oil. But in this case, what we're trying to just strive for is the most healthy, just, you know, lipid-free dish. So, some great protein, because it's always good for the heart and the rest of the body, all the muscles, everything, you know. Alright, so why don't you come a little closer and check out what I have going on over here. Over here we have a few ingredients. We have the chicken, and it's in some water. It's been defrosting, you know, in some lukewarm water. And then we have Italian dressing, tangy. We just have a generic brand. We have a generic brand of tomato ketchup. We're just going to add a little bit of that. I know that's probably pretty weird. And then we're going to add also some lemon dressing, lemon garlic Caesar dressing into the marinade. And then we're going to throw the chicken in, and we're going to wrap it in bacon, and then we're going to put it in the oven. So you see that it's preheating right now, and then once that's over, that would be really good. So we're going to get going on this part of the whole situation. Alright, so now we're over here, and we're going to make everything happen. So what I need first is my bowl, and I'm going to get that, and then we can work on the stuff down here in this area. So now I've got my bowl and everything that I need, and I'm going to put everything into the bowl just to make it easier. That's already in there. Throw that out. Italian dressing. Pour that in. Alright. A little bit of tomato ketchup. A tablespoon. Pour that in. I'm going to use about a half cup to 3/4 of a cup of Italian dressing. I have an actual lemon. There we go. And we're just gonna grab this. I know I should be using a cutting board, but I'm a chef, so I can make the rules if I want to. I've already pre-rolled this lemon so it's juicier inside. I'm going to take out some of the obvious seeds, or at least push them way down in, I guess, because they don't want to come out. And then I'm going to proceed to squeeze the lemons into what I have right here. So as you can see, I'm just squeezing it in. Doesn't matter if the seeds really go in there, but I just don't really like to deal with seeds. And I'm used to squeezing the seeds out of the lemons. So, as you can see, we have the bacon in there. Everything's all in there. And I'm just getting everything in there. Just because I want this to be as delicious as possible. So to make that even more delicious, so now we've got the grater and the lemon. I'm just going to take the thin part right here and get some of the zest off. And not the pith, which is the white part. We don't want that. That's a little sour and just not flavorful. So we're just going like this, lightly. As you can see, we're just getting to the white part and then moving on to another yellow part. Alright, lemons. Lemons, lemons, lemons. We're going to do that with the other part too. Just real quick. It comes off pretty easy. Don't apply too much pressure. You'll learn it after a while. It'll just become natural and like just much easier. So we got that in there. I'm going to scrape it out from the inside of the grater so I make sure I have all of it. And now we're just going to sort of mix this up all together. And I'll show you what it looks like. It sort of looks really gross, but that's what it looks like. This just sort of color smells delicious. So right now we're just going to get the chicken. We're just going to put it right into the marinade. Mix it all up just so everything gets all over everything and the flavor starts to penetrate. The meat, sort of work the meat a little bit. You can even put a few fork holes in the meat and mix it around. That way it really just gets in there. Or you can inject it with the proper food utensil to do so. But I think this is just fine just because there's so much acid, it's going to penetrate it quite quickly. So that's why we're not going to marinate it for a very long period of time. We're just going to marinate it for about, an hour or so. Just because that's the only amount of time that I have, and I'm hungry. It smells really good. You can smell the lemon. You can smell the garlic from the Italian dressing. You can smell the other spices and the pepper and everything delicious. And we're actually going to add some fresh pepper to this too. And potatoes. So it's going to be a really delicious experience and just baked real nicely. So I'm really excited about that. So now that my gloves are all nasty, I'm going to dispose of these properly and let the chicken just hang out and just be. This is what it looks like. The marinade on it. You see, just putting it back on, working it everywhere. It did a great job. So that was real quick, right? And this is just another good look of what the chicken looks like while it's marinating. We're going to set it here for about an hour. Just let it soak everything all in, and we will be back. Okay, so now we're back. It's been about an hour, and the chicken has been marinating. We're back here, and I have the cutting board now. And what I'm going to do is cut up some potatoes, and I'm going to cut up some a pepper to put in with it to add some extra flavor. I unfortunately don't have any carrots with me right now. I used them on a dish the other night. So I'm just cutting these up. I'm going to rinse them after. I know it's a little backwards, kind of a no-no, but in this case it's getting baked at, 350 degrees. So it's really not going to matter that much. Plus everyone's up on their tetanus shots here, so we're pretty much good to go. So I'm just having most of these, sometimes quartering depending on the size of the potato. Knife skills, this one will be in the thirds. I'm just going to use up a lot of these potatoes before they go bad. Sure. So I'm just going to cut these ones up too. Knife skills. Cut the potatoes up. I'm going to put my knife down, and I'm going to move them out of the way into a bowl where I can soak them real quick. Get them nice and washed off. It's just my quick version of things. And I'm going to move them out of the way into a bowl where I can soak them real quick. Get them nice and washed off. It's just my quick version of things that some chefs may frown upon, but I don't care. Because this isn't their kitchen. Their kitchen. This is not their kitchen. Does not matter. Now I'm just, mixing them around to rinse them off, so I'll just set them aside. I will add a little salt to the water. And now I'm going to take the cutting board out of the way, as well as the knife. And some more just junk. Clean up my work area. Bring over the pan, and I'm going to cook it in, and then the chicken. So we're going to set these down. And actually we gotta use the other side of the cutting board just to save time. So we're going to set these down. And actually we gotta use the other side of the cutting board just to save time, and I'm going to cut up the pepper. This has already been rinsed off, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm just going to take out the inside because I don't want it to be too spicy. We're not that spicy of people here. And I'm just going to sort of cut this how I feel like cutting it. Don't judge me, I haven't cut a lot of things in a while, so it may not be the safest way, so don't quote me on the best knife skills or anything, because that's definitely not the message I'm trying to send out here. Just be a little bit more careful than I am, or a lot more careful. These I'm going to put over here for now, just to get them out of the way. So now that that's done, I'm going to start. I can bring back the pan that I want to bring back. And then what I'm going to do is just, I'm going to set the chicken in. I'm just going to pour it all in. Just pour it all in. Right, like that. Like that. And I'm just going to take bacon, and this is just low sodium bacon, it's my preference, and I'm just going to just kind of messily wrap the chicken with the bacon. Doesn't really matter to me how much it looks great or whatever, but just as long as there's some bacon on my chicken, it's going to make me happy. So, I mean, who doesn't love bacon on chicken, right? Bacon on anything, really. It's kind of a delicious thing. So I'm just wrapping these, just folding it under, really. I mean, it doesn't even really matter, it's just as long as it's there. And this one's upside down, so I'm going to fix that. There we go. That's a lot better. Tuck that under. Now it's going to cook and it's marinate a little bit, which is fine. But we're going to add in the peppers all over the place, just like evenly distributed for the most part. And now I'm going to add in my cleaned off potatoes. They have the salt on them. Wash my hands real quick. So I want to add a little bit more spice to the potatoes. So I'm going to grab a little rotisserie chicken seasoning. Sprinkle that on the potatoes. A little bit on the peppers too, because why not? So that gives it some flavor. And I'm also going to do just some classic onion powder, because who hates that? Oh, a little bit too much, but that's alright. It's going to be delicious. Now I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but I am going to do a quick little drizzle, about a tablespoon of EVOO, extra virgin olive oil. Just over the potatoes and the peppers. Just add a little extra flavor just because I added a little bit too much onion powder, but it's going to be really sweet and delicious. And for extra virgin olive oil, I always like to use the first cold press. And now I'm going to take this. Looks beautiful, right? And we're going to throw this in the oven. The oven's preheated at 350 degrees. And it smells amazing already. I can't wait to eat this. Alright, so here we go. And we're going to leave that in there for about 35 to 45 minutes, depending, and we'll see how it comes out. So I'm going to set the timer. Put it at 37 minutes just to be a little bit in between and safe, just because they're larger chicken breasts and they weren't fully defrosted yet. So that's basically what's going on here. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I haven't done this in a while, obviously, and it's great to have you back in the kitchen because I get to take you to all these different kitchens and show you all these different ways to just prepare some simple meals that are not hard on the wallet or the budget or anything like that, and just taste great to everyone. I think it appeals to everyone's taste buds. It's a little Italian too. be a little bit more Italian if I put some prosciutto around it or some pancetta, but I don't have that right now, so I just used the the bacon, as you know. Alright, so we'll wait for that and catch you soon. And naturally, while I'm waiting for everything to get all delicious and amazing, I'm going to have myself a cup of coffee, because this is coffee status time. This definitely counts as a coffee status, just in video form, so that's fine. But it's great to have you here. I'm being silly, of course, so if I seem a little wacky, it's just I'm being silly. Okay, that's all it is. So laugh with me, laugh at me. I'm happy with it all, and we're still friends. So cheers to you. I hope you're drinking something just as delicious, or just enjoying yourself in general. Maybe watching your favorite TV show, just getting out of work, taking a shower. Just deep breaths, and soon we'll have a great meal to check out. So I can't wait for that. So I'll talk with you all soon. So welcome back, and now I'm going to check the chicken to see how it's doing, because the bell did go off. So it's been 37 minutes, and let's see how it looks. Grab one of these. Oh yeah, that looks good. Not done yet though. You just tell by poking it. So I'm going to set the timer for 20 more minutes, just because it's not quite done. So we'll see you back in 20 more minutes. Alright, and it's time to check the chicken again. So let's do that and shed some light on the situation too. Alright, so it's time to check the chicken again, and I shed some light on the situation so we can see a lot better. So let's go check it out. So here we go. Just going to open this up, check it out, see how it's doing. Oh yeah, that will par cook the rest of the way. Well, not par cook, but cook the rest of the way while I take it out. So that's perfect. That's exactly what we want. So I'm going to broil it a little bit first. So I'm going to broil it a little bit first, and just to get the top a little bit more crispy. So I'm going to put the broiler on high. Open the oven a little bit, like this, and we'll just watch it very carefully, because this happens quite quickly. And it's hard to kick on. Alright, and that's just about it. So I'm going to take it out now, because it's definitely ready. Let me get my other pan holder. Ooh-wee. That looks so good. But look at that. Oh wow. Everything just looks really good. I don't know how much of it you can see right now, but everything is just so on point. and you see the crispiness of the bacon and everything. It's just browned, and just all that flavor, that caramelization is going on in this situation. So I hope you've enjoyed the show, and that you've enjoyed the final product, and this has been a great time having you here in the kitchen and entertaining you. So I hope that you've learned something, a few things, and it did take me a little bit longer. It took me about 45 minutes on 350 to do all this, plus the broiling for about 5 to 10 minutes, just because my broiler isn't the best. But your broiler will probably be more powerful, and you'll have to leave it in for a lesser amount of time. So anyways, you're welcome back anytime. Feel free to check out any of my videos. Please like, subscribe, because you know you want to, and share, because that's exactly what I would do for you. And I want to check out some more videos, so the more subscribers I have that comment on stuff, I'm going to follow you and like your stuff, because I'm nice like that. But this has been great. So take care, everybody. Talk soon. Eat well, be healthy, and take care. Bye-bye.